When the owner saw what this horse had given birth to, she couldn't believe her eyes. We all seem to understand the birds and bees now, or at least I hope so. Even when discussing various species, the birth and reproduction procedures are very self-explanatory. What makes these animal births so implausible then? Continue to observe and discover. Welcome to USA Stories channel. Do not forget to subscribe and activate the bell button to receive all new updates. Now let's go to the story. The mare Destiny. Don't you think horses are magnificent and lovely creatures? Additionally, the little foals are adorable. However, contrary to expectations, the calf that this mare gave birth to was not a newborn foal. Can you guess? Denia McKee raised horses at Exeter's Gaston's farm stud for many years, operating the operation on her own. She is therefore well knowledgeable about everything pertaining to horses. Therefore, she is unlikely to be surprised by anything concerning these magnificent creatures. However, all changed in June 2018 as her 19-year-old mare, Eosinox, also known as Destiny, gave birth to an incredible foal. But why was this situation so unusual? First of all, she finally gave birth to 2 foals instead of only 1. In case you are unaware, it is exceedingly uncommon to witness a horse conceiving twins, and even less often for a horse to bring those twins to term. The likelihood of something occurring is really 1 in 10,000. Another extremely uncommon occurrence is the birth of these twins robust and healthy. At 3 years old, the twins, dubbed GFS Shockwave and GFS Master Blaster, GFS stands for Gaston Stud Farm, are still as active as they were as young foals. They were both in excellent condition. However, it doesn't stop there. It was determined that Destiny would only have one final breeding about 18 months after the twins were born, after a year without breeding. What do you suppose transpired? She recently gave birth to another pair of twins. How likely is it that it will occur? This is undoubtedly a singular occurrence. During her pregnancy, Miss McKee even examined Destiny for a set of twins, but for some reason, the ultrasound did not show one of the foals. Perhaps he wasn't prepared to greet him yet. Who knows? These 2 foals were extremely unusual, even if they were not identical like the previous set. It is practically 1 in a million that a mare will give birth to not 1, but 2 pairs of twins. Within the first 6 weeks, 80% of a horse's twin embryos usually miscarry on their own. It is quite challenging to understand the likelihood of carrying both sets of twins to term. Fortunately, the new twins, who were born in March 2020, were said to be as healthy and active as their older siblings. A filly and a foal, these twins pleased Miss McKee. "It is incredible," she remarked. "Even after years and years of horseback riding, I've never heard of this phenomena. It seemed unreal. I'm amazed by their good health. They are powerful, active creatures. They are quite joyful. This is beyond the comprehension of even an expert. These courageous young foals have now been split up. One was transferred to a professional jumping facility, while the other attended a school for equestrian riding." According to Miss McKee, Destiny will not have children again since there is an excessive danger of pregnancy issues. Besides, don't you think it's time for her to take a break? Kerva the elephants are incredibly huge creatures, and like mares, they typically only have 1 calf. This obviously wasn't the case with Kerva, the stunning elephant. An extremely uncommon pair of twins were born to the elephant, which was called for the curvature of one of her tusks. She gave birth to these unique beauties at the Pongola Game Reserve, yes, Pongola in South Africa, when she was 31 years old. Elephants are quite unlikely to conceive, much less give birth to twins, with a 1% chance. According to an Amboselli study, out of 1,192 elephant births, just 1 set of twins was born. You may thus appreciate how thrilling it is when that occurs. It is regrettably rare for both calves to survive, even when mother elephant gives birth to twins. Although having twins is not unusual, it is unlikely to occur. Therefore, elephants did not adapt adequately to care for many calflings. Because the mother is unable to produce enough milk for both of them, one elephant calf usually dies. Although it is uncommon, other female elephants in the herd who have just given birth occasionally assist in feeding the young. The weaker calf dies as a result of the stronger calf frequently controlling access to milk. Thankfully, the reserve's wildlife specialists kept an eye on Kerva the elephant's miraculous offspring, and everyone was hoping the two twins would remain robust and healthy. Experts kept a close eye on Kerva in the weeks following birth to make sure she had enough room to overcome these mortality chances. Nevertheless, they maintained a sufficient distance to guarantee that none of the elephants need assistance. Thankfully, both calves are healthy and doing well over 7 years after Kerva gave birth to them. Despite how uncommon this event is, it has been documented to occur many times in recent years. Perhaps it has to do with the water. In any case, this month saw the arrival of Sri Lanka's first twin newborn elephants in 8 decades. At the Pinnawala Elephant Orphanage, 25-year-old Sarangi gave birth to 2 male calves who are doing great so far. Despite their high mortality rates, they appear to be in excellent health right now. It's interesting to note that the previous twins were born in 1941 to a farmed elephant in Sri Lanka. What a miracle! Apollo, Odin, Samson, and Yeti. Unexpectedly, these July-born cats are the rarest cats in the world. Their statistics even surpass those of twin elephants. But why are they so very uncommon? The names Yeti, Odin, Samson, and Apollo may sound familiar to you. Given that their uncle Hercules became the world's largest cat, weighing 922 pounds, 418 kilograms, and reaching 131 inches, 3 meters in length, these 4 brothers, who were born in 2014, were destined to become the rarest big cats in the world. It wasn't a horrible estimate. They can, however, attribute their rarity to their parents. Their mother, Saraswati, is one of the 1-200 surviving white tigers, and their father, Ivory, is one of the 300 white African lions in the world. Their children are extremely unusual since breeding these two together has only made them more rare. The Myrtle Beach Safari in South Carolina has produced the world's first lion-white tiger hybrids, or ligers, thanks to the breeding of Ivory and Saraswati. These kittens went viral right away after their birth, despite the fact that there are only 1,000 ligers in the world, most of them in captivity. The cubs weighed around 15 pounds, 6 kilograms, at 6 weeks of age, and they were seen to increase almost half a pound every day thereafter. Whoa! Apollo was the tiniest of all the kittens and acted like a house cat. Yeti, the largest, was renowned for being boisterous and constantly wanting to be the focus of attention. One of their guardians even expressed his hope that, like his uncle, Yeti will one day be listed in the Guinness Book of World Records. Dr. Bhagavan Antala, the creator and director of Safari, had a suspicion that Yeti might surpass his uncle Hercules in size. "I am certain that Yeti will be in the Guinness Book," he said. Although a bit impolite, we can see his meaning when he says, "He is already very big. He has a huge head and very big fat paws." He wasn't incorrect either. These boys' growth is probably not surprising, but Apollo's ascension to the top may surprise some. Even if he hasn't yet surpassed Uncle Hercules' record, he still weighs an amazing 700 pounds, 320 kilograms, making him comparable to the largest cat in history, the saber-toothed tiger. His brothers are also not far behind. These 4 brothers are really fascinating. Lions in test tubes. Listen to these unusual lions if you thought Odin, Apollo, Samson, and Yeti were fantastic. And I do mean unique when I say that. These unique lions are the first of their type, having been born in 2018. How? They are, in fact, the first test tube lions ever. Given that the population of large cats is sadly and slowly declining as a result of poaching and global warming, these kittens were not only groundbreaking for scientific research, but also for animal conservation. These test tube babies' birthmarks a positive development in the fight to save endangered cats. Naturally, researchers will put forth endless effort to adapt this knowledge to other species. Allow me to present to you these cute cats that were produced via artificial insemination. A male named Victor and a female named Isabel were born to the lioness. These cute kittens were born healthy and without any problems, and they were reared at the University of Pretoria in South Africa. Surprisingly, researchers think that IVF may soon be utilized to preserve many other species as well, considering how successful these kittens were. Specifically, tigers, bobcats, snow leopards, and other large cat species that are experiencing a reduction in population can now be saved because to innovative IVF. Other species may be investigated for similar therapy in the future. It's quite great to see the animal kingdom. Which of these unusual births and pregnancies caught you off guard the most? I appreciate you seeing. Please remember to subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our videos. If you enjoyed the tale, the next video that plays on your screen will probably move you too.